Okay, part three. Part three, best menstruation health ever this summer or this year, depending on when you are watching this. So, in parts one and in parts two, we went into the emotional and the mental aspects of your blood, right? So, a lot of times you might be focused on the physical, like, oh, this hurts, or like, I'm having issues, I'm having troubles with my blood. And that could be, so many things, right? But I invited you to tap into what's going on with your blood emotionally and mentally. So, getting into the thoughts, the feelings, the memories, and all that good stuff. What else did we do? So, the last part two, we got into the products, like how do we treat our blood, right? So, we went a little bit deeper down the rabbit hole. So, I invited you to start to think about, tampon products, pads, and thinking about using better products, right? And so I gave you a lot of information about tampon ingredients, pad ingredients, and the invitation was to use better products. So, overall, this series is really about expanding your mind and thinking about, can we treat menstruation differently? If we have more awareness on how we treat our blood, can it improve? Can it improve? So I guess for this series to work for you, for this to be potent for you, it would really boil down to this question that I have for you. And if you can say yes to this question, then maybe this is going to be potent for you. Do you believe that your thoughts can manifest your reality, your future? Do you believe that? Do you believe that your thoughts are super, super powerful? If you don't think that, this might not be working for you. Anything that I'm saying, just want to put that out there. That's a huge part of the work that I do is, empowering women to trust the wisdom of their body, to tap into their inner guru, and to really use, the power of not only the movement practices, the asanas, but your ability to do affirmations every day, to change your languaging, to change your relationship with your blood. I hope that makes sense. Because I don't plan any of these lives. I'm really just, I have like stuff in my journal and I'm just kind of going at it right now. So if you have questions while I'm talking, please do just ask and I'll do my best to answer you. So today, the invitation is to go further down the rabbit hole now. And by further down the rabbit hole, I mean, like, what about the power of your blood? Let's go into that. So can you say this, or can you explore how does this feel for you? My blood is my power. My blood is my power. Like, how does that feel in your body, in your energy? Does it feel silly? Does it feel like, no shit, I know that? So can you have awareness right now? Like, say it out loud. Don't say it in your mind because that's a different story. Say it out loud. My blood is my power. And if that brings up any thoughts of like, oh, come on, that's not true. Like, just be aware. There's no judgment here. There's no changing. It's only awareness. Only awareness. So my blood is my power. So that'll be the theme for today. And I'm not going to talk as much as I did last time because I spoke too much. My blood is my power. So this is how I see it. We have two paths as women. Okay? We're going to be bleeding for potentially 40 years. That's a long time. So you have two paths. Now you can go down the path of, blood is kind of yucky and I don't want to talk about it and let's just hide it and it's kind of annoying and, maybe I'll take some birth control and just cover it up and I'll take some pain pills and I'll do that for 40 years. There's path number one. Now, the other path which I'm on and I'm guiding women to go on is this path of, well, what if it's something different? What if your blood is your power? What if your blood is your power? What if your blood is magic? What if it's something to celebrate and to absolutely embrace and love? Do you want to go down that path or the other path? Which path do you want to go down? Which pill do you want to take? Which magic pill do you want to take? Now, the first path, let's pause here on the first path because I used to be on that path, and if you're watching this, perhaps you're on that path right now. Do you notice that you're resisting and blocking your blood, you know? Like, oh, here we go again, another month of hell. Or perhaps, you're suffering with endometriosis or like a debilitating pain like this, right? So resisting, blocking, birth control, it has been called the female lobotomy. Isn't that great? And if anyone knows who said that, I think it's in a book. I need to reference her. I'll put it in the comments. But, birth control as a female lobotomy. Do we want to go down this path? Now, here's the other path. And maybe this is the first time you're hearing this, but just, could you open your mind to this possibility? I'm not going to resist and block anymore. I'm not going to dread my blood. Actually, this can get better. It's not great right now, and it hurts, and I get migraines, I get nausea, all this stuff. But I believe that it can get better. I believe that it can get better. And actually, I'm going to celebrate and honor my blood, and I'm going to prioritize it as a part of my day, just the same way as I know that I have to eat every day. I have to pay my bills every day. I can put that at a priority. Right up there with those priorities, I'm going to put nurturing my womb and honoring my blood. Right? How do you do that? First, you start here. My blood is my power. Now, you might have to say that for like 6 months or maybe a year. I don't know. But you could sit with that affirmation and notice how it feels in your body. And, I work with women all the time in my private sessions and in my course. We go through this stuff of like getting all the mental clutter out, all the gunk, all these self-limiting beliefs from society, what they tell us about our blood, what we believe it's for. Then you can move into this. This is my invitation for you. I have lots of invitations for you. Imagine if you honored your womb every day like a temple. Imagine if you honored your womb every day like a temple. And why would you do that? Because what is the womb space, really? It's a space of creation, right? That's pretty obvious. But it's not just creating, for example, children. Not all women have children or can. But you're creating whatever you want in your life. Visions, ideas, projects, relationships, all of this stuff. So how does that sit for you? And if you could expand your mind to believe that your womb space is your temple and you can birth whatever you want in life, wouldn't you want to honor that every single day? Every single day, right? Now, if you want statistics on like, oh, well, but is blood really power? I see a lot of posts, people saying like, oh, you should put blood on your face as a face mask and, it's good for your plants. I don't really follow those trends or whatever. I think they're beautiful. I love it. But I do it more for the emotional aspect. So if you see me with, doing stuff with blood or, any practices with my blood, it's not because, I gotta feed my houseplants blood or they'll die. No, I'm doing it to release the mental clutter, to release the belief that blood is gross. I hate this word, but I want to normalize it. And I just want people to see me doing this and to be like, boring. It's just blood, no big deal. Like that's the mentality that I'm trying to achieve. So the power of your blood is this. Your womb is a temple, right? And I'll leave you with this because this topic could go on forever, but your womb space, if you've had a hysterectomy or any womb removal surgery, your womb space is your temple. It is your temple. And, it's a space of creation, and you can believe as much as you want about that, but I go the full way. I believe that you're creating everything you want in your life through the power of your womb space. Now, why wouldn't you want to tap into that power? Why wouldn't you want to? You can tap into the power of your womb, right? Or you can resist and block it and take birth control and all this stuff and just suppress and, it's a choice. Ultimately, it's a choice. So if you're listening to this, we'll close up soon, but if you're listening to this, you're like, yeah, I'm curious. I want to know about the power of my womb. I want to go down here. It's not all just these, wild spiritual practices. It's really not. I'm IAYT certified, so studying yoga therapy, almost done, thank God. So a lot of the rituals, the daily practices and rituals that I do give women to tap into the power of their blood, to love their blood, they're very much based on optimal pelvic health, tapping into your pelvic muscles, all aspects, physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, all this stuff. So, leave with this thought. If I want to tap into the power of my blood is a power, it is very possible and it is very simple through a daily ritual that doesn't have to take long. It could take 5 to 10 minutes a day, and this particular ritual will be unique to you, but it will include, physical practices, movements of your pelvic bowl, your pelvic space, spiritual and emotional inquiries, and sort of the mental aspects, so getting into the thoughts also. I hope that made sense. If anyone has any questions during this or, after, you could always DM me. And if you haven't watched part 1 or 2, I would highly recommend it. I think it's a really good series. It's a 3-part series. You can go into my IGTV and watch it. And I think it might, if you're new to this, it will open your mind to possibility. If you're already into this sort of work, one of the things I always tell myself, because I love learning, is how can I learn this differently? Don't tell yourself, I already know this. How can I learn this differently? Or what else is there new to learn? And yeah, that's everything. I am wishing you the most beautiful rest of your day. And I'm wishing you the belief that you can heal, the trust in yourself that you can heal, that you can change your relationship with your womb, you can feel better, you can love your menstruation time. It is possible. It is possible, I promise you. So thank you so much. And I hope to connect with you again.